On a moonlit night, beneath a sky dotted with twinkling stars, Lian descended from the heavens. Her figure glided effortlessly through the air, adorned in flowing robes that shimmered like the finest silk, catching the light of the full moon. He marveled at the beauty of earth below lush valleys, sprawling rivers, and the gentle rustle of leaves whispered stories of human existence. She floated down to a serene village nestled between rolling hills. She observed mortals toiling away at their crafts. Despite their dedication and hard work, there was an air of struggle among them. Ian felt a pang of compassion in her heart. These souls had untapped potential waiting to be awakened. Among them was Y, a skilled weaver whose fingers danced over his loom with care. His heart held an admiration for the art he created, but also shadows of doubt that clouded his talent. Each thread he wove told tales of colors and textures, yet remained unrecognized by others in his village. Ian's ethereal presence drew closer as she watched him toil over his work, a piece meant for an upcoming festival. She gazed upon Y's efforts. She noticed how he paused often to sigh heavily. A frustration etched across his face tugged at her spirit. Deep within her being, she felt a calling, a desire to guide this mortal in discovering the beauty hidden within himself and help him weave silken dreams into reality. Meanwhile, Elder Chen walked through the village streets under the shimmering glow of lanterns hanging from doorways. He shared tales of celestial beings who inspired mortals throughout history, stories that filled hearts with hope and belief in magic, woven into life itself. Hushed tones beside flickering fires, or inside cozy homes lined with woven tapestries, villagers listened intently as Elder Chen recounted legends passed down through generations. Among them sat Mei, Y's supportive sister, whose unwavering encouragement echoed through her brother's mind even on days when despair loomed large. He believed deeply in Y's talent and often reminded him that greatness could blossom from patience and perseverance. Night marked the beginning of something extraordinary, a union between heaven and earth, sparked by creativity, waiting to unfurl its wings like silken threads longing for sunlight. Ian yearned to teach these mortals about silk, weaving her craft born from stardust and dreams, and so she made her way toward Y's loom beneath a canopy where moonlight kissed every fiber. This moment, the first encounter betwixt worlds, the seeds were sown for an adventure that would intertwine destinies forevermore. Lian, having taken on the guise of a mortal, through the vibrant village, filled with laughter and lively chatter. A scent of blooming flowers mingled with the faint aroma of fresh silk, wafting from the local weavers' homes. He felt an unexplainable pull guiding her towards Y's modest workshop, nestled at the edge of the village. She entered. Lian was immediately captivated by the sight before her. Sat hunched over his loom, threads tangled around him like a web of frustration. His brow furrowed in concentration as he tried to create a pattern that danced in his mind but eluded his fingers. Ian sensed his struggle. It mirrored her own journey in mastering the ethereal art she had been sent to teach. Intrigued by his determination, Lian watched quietly for a moment, admiring how he poured his heart into every movement despite his self-doubt. With a gentle smile playing on her lips, she stepped closer and offered silent encouragement through her presence. Lifted his head, surprised to see a stranger watching him intently. Of hope ignited within him. As he met her gaze, a warmth radiated from her that felt both comforting and inspiring. He introduced himself without words. Instead, he gestured toward the intricate patterns woven into the fabric hanging beside him. Ian observed closely as he pointed out where colors clashed and shapes seemed off balance. In that moment, she decided to help him without revealing who she truly was. He leaned forward slightly and subtly guided his hands, showing him how to navigate the threads more fluidly while keeping herself hidden behind a veil of humility. Days turned into nights as they worked side by side at the loom. Under Lian's subtle guidance, Y began creating pieces that shimmered with life and beauty, each thread seemingly infused with celestial magic, though neither understood how deeply intertwined their fates were becoming. They spent time together weaving stories into silken masterpieces. Y found himself sharing tales about dreams long set aside, the aspirations that once flickered brightly in his heart, but had dimmed under layers of doubt and fear. Listened intently, Each word struck chords within her spirit as she too revealed fragments of her existence among the stars, an enchanted realm filled with inspiration, yet bound by rules beyond human comprehension. Their connection grew stronger amidst laughter, echoing softly within the walls of their humble workshop. Each shared secret became another thread, binding them together, a tapestry woven not just from silk, but also from mutual understanding and shared dreams. In quiet moments beneath twilight skies, sprinkled with starlight outside his doorsteps, often paused to gaze at Lian's radiant presence bathed in moonlight. It evoked feelings within him he had never known before, feelings blossoming like flowers reaching toward sunlight after a long winter's slumber. His love began to bloom silently between them like petals unfurling gently upon dawn's first breath. A sense loomed over their days together, like clouds hiding away warmth from sun-kissed fields. How could someone so ethereal truly? Along here, with every passing day leading up to the festival where artisans showcased their finest works, the air crackled with anticipation, but also uncertainty for both Y and Lion alike. Questions lingered heavy in hearts yet remained. Spoken amid dreams spun into reality before them, and thus began a dance along silken threads connecting heaven above earth below, a dance unfolding silently beneath layers, stitched tenderly together, unbeknownst yet beautiful. As the festival approached, excitement danced in the air like fireflies on a warm summer evening. A village buzzed with preparations as vibrant decorations adorned every corner. Found himself caught up in this fervor, his heart swelling with newfound confidence, nurtured by Lion's guiding presence. Each day spent together at the loom deepened their connection and allowed him to explore his creativity more freely. Hands moved deftly over the threads, each pass of the shuttle becoming a conversation between him and the loom, the spirit of the weaving loom whispering encouragement into his ears. He wove intricate patterns that told stories of celestial skies, sparkling rivers, and dreams unbound. No longer just fabric, these creations became an extension of his soul. They were reflections of Lion's ethereal influence. Under Lion's watchful gaze, he felt inspired to create pieces that were not only beautiful, but also filled with emotion, a tapestry that could capture both earthly beauty and heavenly grace. Twilight painted the skies in hues of violet and gold. They would often sit together amidst skeins of silk, sharing laughter and silent moments filled with wonder. Yet, beneath this growing joy loomed an undercurrent of apprehension. Elder Chen had sensed something beyond mere friendship blossoming between them. As twilight draped itself over the village like a soft cloak, he approached Y with a furrowed brow. The elder spoke softly, but firmly about love that transcended worlds, of a celestial being whose duty was tied to heaven itself. His words lingered heavily in the air between them as he shared tales of past mortals who fell for ethereal beings, only to face heartbreak when their lovers returned home after fleeting encounters. A wave of unease washed over Y. He had never considered what it truly meant for someone like Lian to remain on Earth forever. His heart bloomed both fear and longing, the desire to keep her close, battling against thoughts of inevitable loss. At night felt heavy under starry skies as Y stood alone by his loom. He gazed at unfinished pieces, lying quietly beside him. Each thread represented hopes intertwined, with uncertainties now swirling within him like autumn leaves caught in a gentle wind. Sensed Y's turmoil even from afar. Her spirit urged her closer until she found him there, lost in thought beneath the shimmering stars. He reached out softly, brushing against him like moonlight filtering through trees. Despite her own heart tugging towards him tenderly, she bore wisdom beyond mortal, understanding a weighty responsibility demanding attention. Every moment spent on Earth was woven delicately into her celestial duties back home, where realms intersected only through artistry. Silence enveloped them amidst crickets chirping their nocturnal symphony. Longed to reassure Y, without revealing too much about her nature or impending choices, yet looming ahead a truth shrouded in uncertainty that could alter everything they cherished together. Whispered breaths carried away by gentle breezes weaving around them under starlit skies, their hearts beat in unison, despite knowing what lay ahead might unravel all they had come to create side by side. Of tethered between worlds, held tightly by silken threads glistening brightly against an uncertain horizon, on the eve of the grand festival. Bittersweet tension hung in the air, and from threads of anticipation and uncertainty, Lian stood at the edge of Y's workshop, her heart a kaleidoscope of emotions. He gazed at the loom that had become both a sanctuary and a battleground for their creative spirits. Vibrant colors of silk shimmered under the glow of lanterns, each hue telling stories they had crafted together, a testament to their blossoming love. Night deepened and stars twinkled like scattered diamonds above them. Lian felt the weight of her celestial responsibilities pulling at her soul. Jin loomed on the horizon. When dawn broke after the festival, would she return to her heavenly realm or stay among mortals? This internal conflict unraveled within her like threads coming loose from an unfinished tapestry. Diligently beside her, his hands deftly weaving intricate patterns into fabric, each stroke infused with newfound confidence born from Lian's guidance. He was unaware of the turmoil raging inside her. His focus remained steadfast on creating something magnificent for all to see during the festival. As he glanced toward Lian, he saw an uncharacteristic sadness lingering in her gaze, causing his heart to ache for reasons unknown. Quiet moments shared between them, unspoken promises danced like fireflies in twilight. Longed to express how deeply Lian had touched his life. She illuminated paths previously obscured by shadows of doubt. But how could he voice feelings meant for someone beyond reach? The thought lingered heavily in his mind as he continued weaving a silent prayer woven into every strand. The air grew cooler as they took a break from their work. They entered with laughter bubbling forth like a brook flowing over smooth stones. Her presence brightened the room instantly. He beamed with pride as she admired their creations, adorning every corner like dreams come alive on display. Elder Chen followed closely behind Mei. His wise eyes sparkled with intrigue upon noticing Lian's ethereal essence shimmering beneath layers of mortal guise. And seeing something profound was unfolding between them. He chose to observe quietly, his heart filled with concern yet hope for this fragile bond straddling two worlds. Twilight bled into deeper shades of indigo above. Elder Chen beckoned Y aside, while Mei engaged Lian in conversation about preparations for tomorrow's festivities. Hushed tones laden with gravity, Elder Chen revealed truths hidden beneath whispers carried through time, the existence of celestial beings who dwelled among humans only temporarily, before returning home when duty called. /N, he spoke softly but firmly about love tangled within realms divided by veils unseen. How loving someone bound to earth could lead not just to joy, but also sorrow should circumstances dictate separation once more. Echoed through Y's mind long after Elder Chen departed, all blending together, like colors merging upon canvas, a revelation that shifted everything within him. If he cherished Lian truly, he needed to accept that their bond might one day slip away into starlight. And yet, amidst clouds hovering overhead cast shadows upon dreams spun bright, the night wore on, with gentle nudges reminding them both what lay ahead. Choices intertwined along silken threads, tethering hearts ever closer, while destinies remained uncertain. And dawn approached rapidly. Excitement filled hearts across villages nearby, preparing for celebrations that awaited under morning sunbeams, piercing skies anew. But for Lian and Y, entwined within realms both familiar yet foreign, a choice destined to shape their lives forevermore. And so it was they returned to weaving side by side once more, each thread pulled taut against looming questions, unanswered yet known deep down that whatever fate held for them, they would continue crafting art echoing transcendent love, bridging heaven and earth, captured tenderly through silken strands forever intertwined. As the festival night approached, luminous energy enveloped the village, illuminating every corner with vibrant decorations and the laughter of eager artisans. The streets pulsed with excitement, transforming into a canvas of colors and sounds that echoed the dreams woven through each piece showcased. And himself swept up in this exhilaration, his heart filled with newfound confidence instilled by Lian's gentle guidance. Each day they spent together at the loom deepened their bond, allowing Y to explore his creativity more freely than he ever imagined possible. His fingers moved deftly over the threads, weaving intricate patterns that reflected not only earthly beauty, but also celestial grace. Each pass of the shuttle became a conversation between him and the spirit of the weaving loom, a whispering presence that encouraged him to push boundaries and express emotions long buried beneath self-doubt. Under Lian's watchful gaze, he crafted pieces imbued with stories' tapestries, depicting celestial skies filled with stars twinkling like eyes watching over them. Sparkling rivers reminiscent of laughter, shared in quiet moments beside tranquil waters. No longer was weaving merely a task. It transformed into an extension of his soul, a way to capture fleeting emotions entwined within silken strands. Twilight descended upon the village, painting the sky in hues of violet and gold. They often sat together amidst skeins of shimmering silk. They shared laughter as well as silent moments filled with wonder, where words were unnecessary, because their hearts spoke volumes through unspoken understanding. Those treasured instances, love blossomed silently between them like petals unfurling under dawn's embrace. Amid this growing joy lingered an undercurrent of apprehension. Elder Chen had sensed something deeper than mere friendship flourishing between them. He felt it woven into every interaction shared around Wise Loom. Draped in shadows cast by flickering lanterns, he approached Wai with concern etched across his wise features. With a softness laced in gravity, Elder Chen conveyed tales from ages past of mortals, who fell deeply for ethereal beings destined to return home after brief encounters. His words resonated like haunting echoes through Wai's heart the tales, leaving a lingering taste of unease on his tongue, as fear intertwined with longing within him. At night felt heavy under star-speckled skies, when Wai stood alone by his loom lost in contemplation, while gazing at unfinished pieces, lying quietly beside him. Each thread represented hopes intertwined now, with uncertainties swirling within him like autumn leaves caught in gentle winds. They danced chaotically, but held potential beauty, if only woven correctly. Lian perceived Wai's turmoil from afar. Her spirit compelled her closer until she found him standing there, an embodiment of stillness beneath shimmering stars. He reached out softly towards him, like moonlight filtering through branches, above a soft caress against his troubled thoughts. Despite her own yearning for closeness, fluttering tenderly within her chest. He bore wisdom beyond mortal, understanding a weighty responsibility tethered intricately to her celestial duties back home, where realms converged only through artistry infused into earthly existence. Silence wrapped around them like a comforting blanket amidst cricket's nocturnal symphony. Their hearts beat steadily together, despite knowing what lay ahead might unravel all they had constructed side by side. Bound tightly, yet delicately spun between worlds held securely by glistening silken threads against an uncertain horizon, on festival night itself. Anticipation hung thick in the air as villagers gathered beneath lantern-lit skies, adorned brightly by countless stars above a celebration eagerly awaited amongst whispered wishes, carried on breezes sweeping throughout their surroundings. Dusk settled softly onto Earth's embrace, while glowing offerings illuminated pathways leading toward joyous gatherings. I presented before everyone a magnificent tapestry, unlike anything seen before. This creation was birthed not merely from threads, but rather woven intricately alongside memories shared whilst crafting magic together. It embodied both earthly silk interlaced seamlessly, with celestial threads gifted lovingly by Lian herself. A vibrant artwork told stories unbound reflecting their journey. Dreams nestled among folds, capturing laughter exchanged during quiet moments, their spirits interwoven eternally through art, transcending barriers, separating heaven and earth alike. In that moment, suspended amidst cheers echoing warmly. Around them, as villagers marveled at this beautiful masterpiece, conveying untold emotions, they knew instinctively one truth remained constant. Separated or united, the connection formed would endure despite challenges faced ahead. And so began anew, a chapter filled both richly colored experiences unfolding gently beneath bright starlit nights just waiting for whispers. Exchanged along paths yet unwritten, on the day of the grand festival, which came alive with vibrant colors and joyous sounds. Lian stood in awe, watching as villagers adorned their homes with intricate decorations made from silk, each piece reflecting artistry born from hard work and passion. The air was thick with excitement, yet beneath it all, a bittersweet tension wrapped itself around her heart like threads she could not unravel. Moved among the bustling crowd, his heart racing with anticipation as he prepared to present his creations at the festival. Each piece he crafted alongside Lian held not only beauty, but also fragments of their shared journey, a tapestry woven from moments of laughter and whispers, shared under starlit skies. He looked over at her. A sense of pride swelled within him. She had been his muse, guiding him through doubts toward newfound confidence. But Lion's heart felt heavy as she watched Y interact with the villagers. He knew that soon this fleeting moment would come to an end. Dawn would break after the festivities, and with it return her celestial duties that awaited her beyond Earth's embrace. The thought brought a chill to her spirit. How could she bear to leave him behind? As twilight draped its cloak across the sky, mingling hues of orange and purple danced above them like brushstrokes on an artist's canvas. Together they retreated into Y's workshop for a final touch on their masterpiece, a magnificent tapestry that would showcase both earthly elegance and heavenly grace. Hours slipped away unnoticed as they worked side by side under flickering lanterns illuminating the loom before them. Each thread passed between their fingers became more than just fabric. They transformed into words unspoken, the love that bloomed between them expressed through art rather than voice. Finally stepped back to admire their work. A wave of emotions surged within them. A tapestry shimmered in the soft light, a celestial depiction intertwined with earthly elements that told stories only they understood. Was a testament to what they had created together, love spanning realms sewn into every silken strand. And amidst joy lingered uncertainty in Y's eyes. He sensed something profound weighed heavily upon Lion's heart. He turned toward her slowly, searching for answers hidden behind her ethereal smile, which now held shadows dancing beneath its surface. Those moments before dawn approached a silence, enveloped them like warm blankets against encroaching chill. The truth loomed larger than life itself. Would this be their last shared moment? Would love transcending worlds demand sacrifices neither were ready to face? Caught in a whirlwind of emotions swirling around them like autumn leaves caught up in gusts of wind, each longing gaze spoke volumes untold. All words remained trapped within chests yearning to be, yet hindered by fears unknown. Night deepened further still. May entered unexpectedly, laughter spilling forth like gentle rain washing over parched earth, breaking through tense atmosphere surrounding them both. Heard their completed tapestry, glowing softly under lamplight, an embodiment reflecting bonds stitched closely together, amid whispers straddling two worlds intertwined forevermore. Elder Chen followed closely behind May, his wise presence grounding any anxious energy lingering about as he approached, cautiously wanting no misunderstandings amid these fragile hearts entwined so delicately between realms split apart unseen, yet felt deeply nonetheless. With wisdom etched across ancient features lined beautifully by time accumulated through tales spun long ago, the elder offered encouragement meant solely for Y, reminding him how fate weaves paths undiscovered, often culminating toward unexpected journeys ahead, awaiting discovery anew. That evening settled gently into stillness, enveloping everyone who gathered round, sharing stories woven rich with history connecting generations, passed through memories cherished fondly as stars blinked brightly above, offering silent blessings carried down upon mortals below, hand in hand, savoring sweetness found even when faced towards inevitable partings, looming nearer still, as dawn broke over horizons painted golden hues. Guiding hope anew within hearts, once shrouded, Lion clasped Y's hands tenderly, knowing unspoken promises, hung precariously, thickening air swirled around breathless souls, beating loudly against an uncertain future, bound tight upon silken. Destined never fully severed, despite whatever trials lay ahead, waiting patiently somewhere far beyond sight, as the moon hung high in the sky, casting a silver glow over the village. Lion stood at the edge of Y's workshop. The air was thick with anticipation, each breath she took mingling with thoughts of what lay ahead. He looked around at the beautifully adorned surroundings. The festival had transformed their humble home into a radiant tapestry of colors and laughter. Yet her heart felt heavy with the weight of an impending choice. A loom before her seemed to pulse with life, holding within its intricate design all that she had come to cherish on earth. Her that threads of creativity intertwined not only into beautiful fabrics, but also into the very fabric of her being. Each shimmering piece they had woven together held echoes of their shared laughter, hopes, and dreams, unspoken promises that danced quietly in the spaces between them. Worked diligently beside her, completely absorbed in his craft. His hands moved gracefully over the silk strands as he created patterns infused with emotion, a reflection of both his spirit and Lian's ethereal influence. With every pass of his shuttle, he brought forth creations that spoke volumes about love unbound by mortal confines. Yet beneath this blossoming joy lingered a shadow of uncertainty. Ian watched him from a distance, captivated by how effortlessly he poured his soul into each piece. Inside her heart roiled a tempest born from conflicting duties, as much as she wanted to remain by Y's side forever. Celestial responsibilities tugging at her very essence, reminding her that dawn would soon break after this night, filled with celebration. Soft breeze whispered through open windows, carrying scents from blooming flowers and sweet treats prepared for festivities ahead. Moments when they paused to admire their work or share quiet smiles illuminated by lantern light. Ian yearned to bridge both worlds, one woven through delicate silks, while another stretched far beyond stars, glittering like diamonds against velvet skies. As twilight deepened above them like ink seeping through parchment, the unspoken truth loomed ever closer. If she were to stay longer than destiny allowed, what sacrifice would it demand? May entered then a burst of energy wrapped in warmth as she called out to them excitedly about preparations for tomorrow's grand reveal at the festival. Her laughter filled every crevice within the workshop while Elder Chen followed closely behind. Wise eyes glinting under flickering lights caught between realms, yet aware enough not just to observe, but rather offer guidance where needed. Elder Chen approached Y gently, concern etched deeply across his brow as he beckoned him aside away from May's cheerful chatter about decorations scattered throughout their village, brimming with hope for new beginnings waiting just. And Dawn's arrival. Hushed tones laden with gravity in stark contrast against May's vibrant spirit, the elder spoke truths colored by experiences, lived long before either Lian or Y were ever conceived. He shared tales steeped in caution stories echoing warnings born from lovers torn apart, when celestial beings returned home after fleeting encounters fraught with longing left behind like abandoned threads trailing off a loom. With each revelation unfolding within Y's mind and understanding crystallized upon hearing those words, the bitter taste of fear, intertwined seamlessly alongside passionate yearning, began wrapping around his heart tightly enough it threatened suffocation should circumstances dictate separation once more after tonight ended. Silence enveloped them further amidst cricket's nocturnal symphony playing serenely outside windows. Lian felt compelled towards him, instinctively drawn near, until finally standing shoulder to shoulder, beneath shimmering stars reflecting. Whose souls entangled across time itself. She reached out softly, brushing against him like moonlight filtering gently through branches, a silent reassurance, offered without words spoken aloud, even though both knew well what lay ahead might ravel everything created side by side, since first encountering one another beneath skies painted bright hues full promise, yet laced subtly darker shadows lingering just out of sight, always hidden beneath layers stitched together. Carefully over moments passed. On festival night itself, a palpable energy surged throughout every corner where villagers gathered eagerly awaiting celebrations that awaited under morning sunbeams piercing skies anew. It became abundantly clear there existed something deeper entwined within hearts longing for connection transcending boundaries, previously thought insurmountable. And so they returned once more back towards weaving side by side amid whispers exchanged lovingly. Amongst colorful skeins spread wide across expansive tables from dusk, till dawn unfolding slowly like petals unfurling gently under radiant sunlight streaming down illuminating paths leading toward dreams spun brightly, just waiting patiently for fingers deftly crafting artistry, echoing transcendent love bridging heaven and earth, captured tenderly through silken strands eternally intertwined. On the festival night, the village was alive with a vibrant energy that twinkled like stars above. Lanterns hung from every corner, their warm glow illuminating faces filled with joy and anticipation. Stood among the throngs of villagers, her heart a complex tapestry of emotions woven together by hope and longing. Just as artisans showcased their finest creations, each piece shimmered in the soft light, echoing stories of hard work and passion. Through the crowd, his spirit buoyed by newfound confidence instilled by Lian's gentle guidance. A tapestry he had crafted with her stood proudly at the center of the festivities, a magnificent representation of both earthly artistry and celestial influence. He admired it amid excited chatter, He felt an overwhelming sense of pride swell within him. His creation encapsulated everything they had shared: laughter under starlit skies, whispers exchanged beneath moonlight, dreams spun into reality. Yet beneath this surface, joy lay an undeniable weight pressing upon Lian's heart. Time slipping away like fine silk, running through fingers, each moment drawing them closer to dawn, when she would have to return to her celestial realm. Thought sent a chill coursing through her spirit. How could she bear to part from Why? How could she leave behind this love that had blossomed so beautifully amidst their shared creativity, as twilight deepened into night? Casting shadows across the village square where lanterns danced like fireflies caught in a gentle breeze. Had Lion back to his workshop for one last moment together before the festival reached its peak. Inside their sanctuary, adorned with vibrant skeins of silk and tools, carefully arranged around the loom, the atmosphere thrummed with unspoken words hanging heavily between them. Together they approached the tapestry now aglow under flickering candlelight. It radiated warmth that seeped into their hearts an embodiment not just of art, but also of their bond intertwined along threads connecting two worlds separated. Unseen veils, yet forever linked through love crafted delicately over time spent side by side. With quiet reverence, they stepped back to admire their handiwork, the fabric shimmering softly, as if reflecting memories held within each strand woven closely together during moments stitched tenderly between days gone past, mingling harmoniously alongside hopes. Resting just beyond reach, awaiting revelation still. But even in this blissful moment lingered uncertainty clouding Wise gaze. Something deeper stirred within him each time he looked at Lion, a recognition that this beautiful union might face challenges neither was ready nor willing to confront fully yet. Captured amidst swirling thoughts akin to autumn, leaves carried off in gusty winds, every lingering glance exchanged spoke volumes unvoiced, while words remained trapped within chests yearning desperately for freedom, but hindered by fears. Known lurking ever closer, threatening potential separation destined perhaps just beyond sight. Then unexpectedly May entered, carrying with her laughter spilling forth like rain refreshing dry earth, breaking through tension wrapping tightly around fragile hearts entwined precariously. Still she marveled at their completed masterpiece glowing gently illuminated lamplight, while offering encouragement meant solely for Why, reminding him how fate weaves paths undiscovered, often culminating towards unexpected journeys ahead awaiting discovery anew. As dusk settled comfortably upon everyone gathered, sharing stories rich, steeped deeply in history, connecting generations past, threading memories cherished. Oddly, the elder Chen arrived next, standing quietly watching over them, all protecting what bonds formed fragile, yet strong enough against inevitable trials, looming near quietly. In those final hours leading up toward dawn painted golden. Yu's igniting hope anew, found nestled cozily within brave souls beating loudly against uncertain futures, bound tightly upon silken threads destined, never fully severed despite whatever challenges lay ahead, waiting patiently somewhere far beyond reach.